In Python and other programming languages, there is some very common functionality that we want. Various examples of this. There is random number generation, which you're going to be working with in the first exercise this week. And there's also a lot of mathematical functions that we commonly do, such as taking logs, cosine, taking the ceiling of a number, the square root of a number. These are all very common functions. So instead of everybody writing these themselves, there is modules that contain this. So if I want to work with functions that relate to math, I can import the math module. So what I'm stating now is that I want to use the functions that are inside of a module somewhere else that is called math. Now if you look at section 6.3 in your book, you'll find a bunch of functions related to math. I'm just going to show a few of them. So for example, we can take the square roots of a number. So let me ask the user for a number as input. So I'm going to convert this to a floating point number. Input, enter a number. And let's now take the square root of the number. Now the function is called square roots, SQRT, square root, and you pass it as an argument, the number that you want to take the square root of. Now this function is located in a different module. It's not sitting inside of this file, it's sitting somewhere else. So I have to let Python know where to find it, so I say it's in math. So this statement is saying look at math dot and find the square root function inside of that file or that module. And now I can, for example, display it. So print the square root is, and pass it num square roots, and save this. So Python 3 calc.py, when I run it, I'm asked for a number. Let's say that I enter 4.0, and the square root of that number is 2. Python calc 2 8.45, and the square root again is given for that. Okay, so this allows me to use some math functions. Of course I can do some other ones as well, so I'll do one other example. I can take, for example, the ceiling, num ceiling. So again, it is inside of the math module, and I want to take the ceiling of the number. So now again I can just print it. The ceiling is num, and I want it sealed. Again, I can enter 4.567, and the ceiling is set at 5, and the square root is that, 2.456, and the ceiling is 3, etc. And as I mentioned, in section 6.3 you'll get additional math, and in section 6.1 you'll find information about the random module.